the nation's favourite celebrities.
Arriba, arriba!
Paired up with an expert and a classic car.
Get in, baby. Rock and roll.
Their mission? To scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction.
What is wrong with you?
But it's no easy ride.
Yeah!
Who will find a hidden gem?
Game, set, match.
Take the biggest risk.
You know what? I'm going to close my eyes.
What?
Will anybody follow expert advice?
That's really awful.
There will be worthy winners
Get in there.
and valiant losers.
What are you clapping a loss for?
Put your pedal to the metal.
That is cool, isn't it?
This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. Welcome to wild and wonderful Northumberland, in the company of a couple of comedy legends already getting into the road trip spirit.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll. What my body needs. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. You know what? Very good indeed. Yeah.
That's godfather of alternative comedy, Alexei Sayle, in the hot seat, with fellow funny man and long-time pal, Nigel, playing that as his wingman.
How long have we known each other?
How long
Nige?
have we known each other? It's something like 40, nearly 50 years.
Since 1979.
This dashing duo blasted onto our screens in the cult British 80s sitcom The Young Ones. Nigel is best known for his illustrious acting career, gracing our screens and the West End stage since 1978.
Well, I've been enjoying having my elbow over the
Yes,
window.
yes.
I feel very debonair like
They're like
that.
a couple of dolly birds going down the King's Road.
Yeah.
Although most famous for his stand-up comedy, Alexei is also an actor, writer, and has even had a top 20 hit in the pop charts.
This is a very old motor. Hello, John, got a new motor.
Yes, that was the one. And their motor for this trip is the 1969 MGC Roadster, resplendent in this mellow yellow. Not necessarily the easiest thing to drive. Oh, careful.
Doing that again. Sorry. It's all right. I've got it. I'm sorry.
Oh, lordy. Now, hoping to steer these two in the right direction are antiques aficionados Natasha Raskin-Sharp and James Braxton.
We've got Nigel playing Alexei. So, any other hero of yours?
Oh, I do like Alexis.
You're Alexei. So. They're not only comedians, writers.
Great writers, great comedian, great thinkers, great
Yeah.
actors.
Yeah. They might be quite tough. They might be
I
quite.
know.
They
We
might
should-
be even critical.
We should gen up
Go
because
on.
they might grill us a little bit. We
Now,
should get a
what-
head start.
What do antiques look like?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
I hope someone remembers. Because these two are battling for victory today, they have £400 each to spend along the way. Whoever makes the most profit wins. Get it?
Well, what I'm going to do, my plan is that I'm going to kill you in this car.
Chet, you've been doing your
I'm going
best.
to win, yeah.
You have been
I'm
doing
gonna
your
win.
best.
It's your fault.
Ah, he's only joking. But keep it light, chaps. On that happy note, our dangerous duo's Antiques Odyssey will take them all the way to Berwick-upon-Tweed, but they'll start out in Alnwick, Northumberland. Not far from the border, Alnwick is no stranger to a skirmish or two between the Scots and the English, which will obviously pale in comparison to today's conflict. Our teams are starting the day soldiering away in the Beehive.
This is where battle commences.
Yep, I'm going that way.
My sense of antiques tells me there are bargains to be had in this
Yep.
room.
I should hope so too.
Hello, sir. Hi.
Hi, Tash.
Great to meet you. How are things? I'm going to say probably not a first for you to go wandering around a shop like this.
No, I've not done it late, but yeah. I mean, 20th century is probably the only, late 19th, early 20th century is probably the only period I know anything about, really. I mean, I'm not saying that's all I would choose. If you found some medieval dagger for a fiver, I would go with that, but it is the period that I'm interested in, I suppose, personally. You know.
Medieval dagger for a fiver. Chance will be a fine thing, but
Who
we will
knows?
try our best. You never know. Let's head that away, I think.
All right.
Let's work together on this.
This place is home to everything from Oriental art to mid-century morsels with the odd bit of kitsch thrown in. Something for every taste.
James.
Hello, Nigel.
Hello.
Very
Hello.
good to
How
meet
do
you.
you do?
You were very much part of my youth.
Ah, does that mean that you're very, very old?
I'm a 60s babe. Early 60s, I should say.
I'm early 50s, so...
Early 50s. You don't look it. But Little Bird tells me this is your second time on the road trip.
That's right, that's right. I had a great time last time. My competitor was Sally Phillips, the comedian Sally Phillips. Yeah.
Did you win?
No. No, we didn't. In
Well,
fact...
let's see if we can reverse that fortune.
In fact, I would go so far as to say that Sally thrashed me.
Second time's the charm, eh, Nigel?
You stick with me. All the stuff out front has been seen by everybody. We want to get behind the counter. Fresh goods.
Ah.
That's what we want, fresh goods.
Right, OK, cool.
That'll take some persuasion. For now, there's no harm looking round the stuff on show.
Look at this. Pain. A whole poster of pain. I wouldn't want that on my wall.
Can't imagine why.
That's supremely ugly. So ugly that it's kind of cool.
Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What of Team Tash?
Right, hold on, I've seen something. I'm going to block it with my body. Right, I think this is for you. It says, by Marks. Speed Marks. This kind of thing, electric toy car set, is that the kind of thing you would have had growing up in your communist household?
because
would this have been allowed, even though it says by Marks on it?
I don't think that'll be Karl Marx, Tash.
Well, they were... no, because my dad worked on the railways, I had a train set.
Had to be a train set.
Yeah, it had to, and it was...
If we were to find a Hornby train set, is that the kind of thing you would be interested in buying?
No, I don't like that kind of self-indulgent wallowing in the past, really.
But what if Nigel does just that? Will you be teasing him relentlessly?
I would not mention it, but inwardly I would sneer at him.
I'm sure Nigel will be quivering in his boots.
Oh, God. Look at that, though.
What are you looking at, Nigel?
This. A Japanese wood block. It says it's Hokusai. View
heard of
Fuji.
Wow.
Working in Tokyo in the 19th century, Katsushika Hokusai is one of the most celebrated woodblock artists. His most famous work is the iconic Under the Wave off Kanagawa. This looks like it could be an original print of one of his other pieces.
The snow of
yesterday. He did it with the woodblock.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Simple monochrome woodblock printing was introduced to Japan in the 7th century. By the 19th century, artists were making complicated Technicolor prints using a series of woodblocks, one for each of the various colours. They were hugely popular, and thousands of each print could be made from each set of blocks before the wood became too worn.
So Hokusai used this fabulous rich blue.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
I love this.
So this is your sort of bag, Nigel?
Yes, I absolutely love that. Only trouble is the price on it.
What's the price?
I mean,
Is the price
that's our
not-
budget gone.
Oh, hello, $3.50.
You'd be putting all your babies in one basket, wouldn't you?
But if we said that Rembrandt was the top man for oils, Hokusai must be the top man for wood prints, mustn't
He is, undoubtedly.
Indeed. Very good point, James.
Everything in life, Nigel, is negotiable.
What do you think its sellability is, though? I mean, we both think it's lovely, but what's the actual...
Well, it's not difficult to sell a Bentley, is it? Surely it's not difficult to sell a Hokusai.
I wouldn't know. You're the antiques expert.
Don't put too much
I don't want to
pressure
get
on.
thrashed
Anyway,
There's always pressure, James. I wonder if Tash is feeling it too.
Well, this is interesting. Right, OK, now. You're somebody who creates kind of dreamlike scenarios, aren't you? With your comedy, the absurd, you're very much steeped in that. This is an absinthe spoon.
Oh, really? Genuinely?
Genuinely.
The green spirit, much beloved by bohemian artists in Paris at the end of the 19th century, absinthe developed a reputation for its supposed hallucinogenic effects and was eventually banned in much of Europe.
How did an absinthe spoon work?
That rests on top of the glass, a sugar cube on top, and it just slowly dissolves, and I think probably so does your mind. I mean, have you ever had a wee shot or two?
I've had pear now, is that the same thing?
And that's the stuff that sits in your belly, and then a glass of water rekindles it. Love that.
I think that might be an urban legend, Tash.
I've had a bit of absinthe, and it didn't drive me wild, but of course that's what it famously did. Yeah. Is that the kind of thing that appeals to you?
I like the price. It's £10.
Yes, you've clocked the price. I did see that too, £10. I actually think it's worth more than that. It works for me, but it has to work for you.
Yeah, it works for me.
Okay, interesting. Right. Green fairy. Right, I like it.
Let's hope you're more fairy godmother than green fairy, Tash. I wonder if anything else has enchanted the boys.
James.
Hey, what have you found there?
Well, I could do with one of these. It's a library steps, and it folds, look, and turns into a chair.
Chair. So it's an occasional chair.
Just make sure it's stable.
Go on. So,
Hang on. Let's just make sure it's on the ground proper.
right. All right, steady.
Careful.
You all right?
Yeah. There we are.
Blimey.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's jolly good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a clever thing.
But again, that's the budget gone.
£180.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just saw there, Nigel, it's on the move. Look at the crack. Look at that seam. That could
Oh, yeah, no, that's no good.
that could pinch a sheep.
But-
like sitting on a cracked Lucy.
No, I think it's a no.
Quite right. We don't want anything that's going to be a pain in the posterior. Elsewhere, Alexei has found somewhere much safer to sit.
So I found something. I love this. And this is it. And it matches our car.
Right, okay.
I like this chair. I do like, I mean, it's something I would have in my house.
For me, it doesn't do much. However, what I do like about it is it's taken the sort of classic antique tub chair and it's moulded it. It's plastic, fantastic, carted around. It's made for mass production. I'm worried there's only one. What's the price? What's the ticket price?
85.
It's £85.
I think so. Very cool retro chair by Sean Finn. I don't know who that is.
No, neither do I.
He's a contemporary designer, so this chair isn't very old at all.
It's as found.
Okay, £85, slightly damaged. We don't know the designer and the colour is weird,
Yeah,
but you're digging it.
yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about haggling?
When I've been in the Middle East, you know, where you have to haggle,
You have to.
I can only do it if I pretend I'm French.
Okay.
Non, c'est ridicule. C'est ridicule. Non, 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 mais...
It's the hand actions.
Yeah. No, I can't even speak French. No,
Can you speak another language?
I speak Spanish. Yeah.
Oh, we'll do it in Spanish.
No, it doesn't work
Doesn't
in
work,
Spanish.
doesn't
No,
work.
he has to be French. Demi. Demi.
Okay, so you're looking for 50% to be taken off, 50%.
Oui.
Okay.
D'accord.
Okay, je comprends, but ça m'inquiète. I'm a little bit worried. Alexei, that could be worth 10 to 20 at auction.
Zut alors, que dommage. La chaise jaune est pour moi. Hein?
On y va?
Alors.
Flawless French, chaps. Let's go and see Dealer Mark. Bon chance.
Do your worst, do your worst.
Oh, I've got to do this, have I? You're not
Hi,
going to do
Mark.
it?
It would be great just to see you in action.
OK. Rather than pretending to be French, the other thing, I've never been an antique dealer, but I was in an episode of Lovejoy.
You were not. That's kudos right there. Okay, well, in that case, what were you playing?
I was playing an antique dealer.
Okay.
And I talk like this. So maybe I'll talk like this to you. We've chosen a spoon, an absinthe spoon. We're not gonna waggle about that. But there's a chair, £85. We'd like the chair, but we're not paying £85 for it, mate.
How would 50 sound?
Yeah.
That's a huge discount.
Yeah.
So 50 plus.
All right, mate.
10?
Yep.
Yeah, lovely. Right, enough messing about. Give the man some money. So, that's 50 big ones for the chair and 10 for the absinthe spoon. Merci beaucoup, Marc.
£60. Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you very much, Mark. Okay.
All right, let's
What
do
do
it.
you want to grab, spoon or chair?
Spoon. You can carry, as a recent mother, you can carry the chair.
Thanks very much. Right.
I
Thank
suppose I
you,
should.
Mark.
I'll carry the chair.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Okay.
Well, the chair's too big to fit in that car.
Not to worry, we'll make sure it gets to the auction.
It is the exact same colour, though.
That's one pair done and dusted. What about the other two? It looks like they've sweet-talked shop owner Mark into allowing them backstage to check out the as-yet unseen stock.
Nigel, so this is all stuff that Mark is probably going to put out in the shop. It's sort of in that sort of due process, isn't it? You sort of empty.
You mean it
buy
hasn't
stuff.
got prices on it
No,
yet?
this is sort of first dibs, isn't it?
Well, what's that up there?
A feather boa.
A feather boa and some... Gosh knows what that is.
And then this is a big... It's got a good ring, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You have a feel of that. It passes the Braxton weight test.
Right, meaning?
So if it's heavier than you perceive it to be, I see that as a good sign.
Right.
I like the size of it. I like the colour of it. So it's just cut glass, which is then flashed in the navy blue and then cut away to reveal the differences, isn't it? If we went for that woodblock print, which is expensive, we need something cheap.
Yeah.
Don't we? I'd like to know the price of that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
If
sure.
it's cheap.
Go on,
Look,
let's
we'll
go
take
and
it
see
through
that
the front,
Mark.
shall we? Yeah, OK.
About time too, gents.
Mark, hi.
Hello, how are we doing?
I think, you know, as Jean Muir said, there's only one colour and it's navy blue, isn't it?
Today's a blue day.
What do you want for this? I mean...
Are you buying this as well?
At the right price,
Well,
yes.
This, she has
Don't dwell on that.
350
Yes, don't look
on
at
it.
that.
We'll not look at this. What about if I changed the 3 to a 2 and we had 250 on that? And if I did that for 10?
260.
Trouble is, we've got a couple of shops to go to after this, and that'll be over half our budget, so...
I can probably do 210, would that help?
I think that's really kind.
I'm happy with that, yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
No
Shake on
problem.
it.
Great bargaining, Nigel. That's 200 smackaroos for the Hokusai print and £10 for the cut glass vase.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. It's
Pleasure.
really kind.
Good luck with it.
After paying that mighty sum, Nigel only has £190 left to spend.
That's the budget blown.
I think we've done well. You've got an eye, Nigel.
Well, thank you.
You have an eye.
Meanwhile, out on the road,
Yeah, I'm a motoring journalist, madam, yes.
OK, so
I
go
wrote
on,
for
give us your
Telegraph.
star rating for this
It's,
MGC.
Well, if it was 1969, I'd probably quite like it, really. It's got an enormous amount of wallop.
OK, cool. So what did you drive in 1969?
I couldn't drive until I was 30.
How competitive are you?
I would revel in beating Nigel, and I would rub his face in it.
OK. And would he do the same to you, or would he be very polite about it? I
He's
get the
very
impression he'd be
polite.
very polite about it, yeah.
I haven't got any of them posh manners like what he has.
I'm always in need of a strategy. So
Yeah.
what is ours when we get to this next shop?
We're gonna buy low, sell high.
OK.
Yeah.
words to live by in this game, let's try it out in your next shop in the village of Powburn, the Hedgley Antique Centre. And our Natasha has been here before.
But I've never been here with you.
No, and that's a bad thing.
No. It's a fresh experience
Yeah.
for us.
You'll see it through my eyes.
Yeah, I'd like to see anything through your eyes. Absolutely, right.
Actually, you
okay.
don't.
No?
You don't want,
Strange visions.
you don't want to be in this head, believe me.
This vast antiques emporium houses over 30 dealers in its 240 square metres of selling space. And Alexei has a mammoth 340 smackers left to spend. Let's hope dealer Brian, who's manning the shop today, likes his haggling style. Brace yourself, Brian. You can't beat the greats, like Chaplin.
Tash! Tash! Is there any market for sticks?
Yeah, I think if you were to buy a stick, I think you could aim higher.
right.
But don't discount them.
Silver cane, that sort of, silver top, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Why don't you poke about a bit more? Plenty to see.
There is something antique that I have bought. It is light fittings.
All right, OK, so you're thinking high-end light fittings. I mean, would you have that at home?
Yeah.
In what kind of setting?
Well, I think I might pair it with, like, minimalist furniture, you know?
Yeah, that would be really smart.
Yeah, that's probably too expensive, isn't it?
I think it would be high into the three figures, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm sure of it.
Right.
But what was it we said in the car? Buy low?
Buy low, sell high.
That's not buying low. Just saying. Just saying.
Nicely swerved there, Tash.
I'll show you this. light fitting.
I think the thing to look out for is it's ceramic, you know. These flowers, these petals are easily chipped. Well, there's a big chip there, you see. What does it remind you of? I mean, just...
Nothing really, but just I like the kind of ebullient ugliness of it, you know.
Well, what do they
Something
say in Italian? Brutti ma buoni. Ugly but beautiful.
Right, yeah.
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 I mean, it's not the most in thing. I mean, a lot of the kind of mid-century light fittings that have a bit of teak on them, etc., they're definitely much more in, but then maybe they're not as affordable. I think we should keep that on the back burner. I think we should.
Okay.
Let's see.
Condition is key, Alexei. Whilst they keep exploring, our other intrepid team have made their own way to Wooler, gateway to the Cheviots. This quaint little town, nestled on the edge of the Northumberland National Park, is the perfect launch pad for walkers heading off on an adventure.
Oh, right, here. Evergreen Antiques.
This modest little shop may only have 2 rooms, but it packs a mighty punch. Owner Mark has filled it floor to ceiling with everything from fine art to furniture. And Nigel has £190 to spend in here.
Look, what do you think of this, James? It's quite with our blue theme.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? It's quite, I mean, it's old.
God, that's nice. But meat platter. So when you
Yeah.
had big chunks of meat and you presented on this, but
What do you think of it?
the off-putting thing is it's expanded and contracted too many times, and this crazing here has allowed the grease of the meat to stain. Can you see all the staining?
I can.
And then always
Crazing is like crazy paving in it.
Exactly.
Cracked, yeah.
always an acid test. That's as dead as a dodo. So what it should do, if I demonstrate, what it should do is ring. So if you took another plate here,
Oh, yeah.
do you hear you've got a ring there? Dead, isn't it?
No ring, no ka-ching.
I think we're going to have to venture away from navy blue.
Shock horror.
I quite like these. I spotted these 2 when we first walked in. We got
These?
Leo the lion here,
Yeah.
and we got
The
sort of-
pot.
the campana-shaped pot. Bit wibbly-wobbly,
Bit
isn't
wibbly
it?
wobbly. Not so keen on that, really.
Oh dear, Jimbo. He's not convinced.
But the lion's quite.
I like the lion. I
Yeah.
think it has a presence, doesn't it?
It's quite. I quite like that.
Would you want to give it a scrub up? No.
No, no. So all this weathering and lichen, you know, the mossy
It'd be
stuff.
nice if it was even covered in more moss, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
No price on that.
What do you reckon?
I think it's
25 quid? 30
Yeah,
quid?
I think-
25 quid.
I think it's spot on. I think we should ask Mark.
Meanwhile, over in Pauburn, the excavations continue.
Tash, I think I've decided I want this.
You have?
Yep, the Leyland octopus, tanker, a memento of when the world was a simpler place.
Okay, well, it has its box. It looks like it's in good condition. A little bit play-worn, but they're made to be played with, right? So not the end of the world. Probably sort of ages with you, would we say?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe late 50s, early 60s, yeah.
Thought we weren't going for nostalgia, but hey, we won't go on that. I have to say, that was seriously decisive.
Yeah.
£90?
£90.
Okay, you're going for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we just call Brian?
Yeah.
Brian?
Hovering in the background.
Very attentive, Brian.
Brian, hi, how are you? I mean, you've already heard, I guess, then, that Alexei's feeling decisive.
Right.
Brian, please, please, show me this cheap.
You only want mercy, do you? The dealer who deals in these things is normally pretty on the money, money-wise. So I can't do a lot. 10%, 90 quid, 80 quid.
Happy to shake on that?
Yeah, happy to shake on that.
Do
Okay,
it.
80 pounds.
£80. That took me by surprise, but I'm delighted.
Fingers crossed, there are some model enthusiasts at the auction.
£80.
80 pounds.
Thank you very much.
And they've still got a whopping 260 big ones to spend tomorrow.
That was good.
Yeah.
Okay, nice work. And it's still not raining,
No,
so that was quite the march. Onwards.
onwards to the next.
Right. That was nice.
Back in Wooler, the boys in blue are still considering Leo the lion.
I think we need to get Mark involved. Ah, here he is.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hiya. All right.
Yeah, what do you want for this?
I was hoping to get about £40 on it.
You got That's what you're doing.
He's learning.
Give you a chance at auction. I'll take 30 for it.
Oh, well, I think we can do that, can't we?
Nicely done. £30 leaves them 160 left to play with tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Well, good man.
It's been a day of Marks, isn't it?
It has. Everyone we meet is called Mark.
Everybody in this village is called Mark.
Is that right? What's the name of the village? Mark?
Well, yeah, well, I'm Mark.
Mark the Wooler. Wow, we've done it. Well done.
Yeah.
That hefty item will be sent on to the sale room.
See you later.
Cheers, Mark.
Bye.
I thought lovely pause work, if I might say, Nigel.
Pause.
Yeah. We were around 30 and you just stopped.
Yeah.
Filled the space with 30. Must.
That's all the shopping done for today. Time for our funny friends to be reunited.
Well, God blimey now.
So, cup of tea, I think. No?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, how did you do? I'm not going to tell you how I did because I'm keeping it secret.
Yeah. I think it was a roller coaster ride of emotion.
Emotion? Yeah.
I was up, I was down, I was, you know.
Yeah.
That's the world of antiques for you. Nighty-night. It's a new day with a new driver and new weather. The rain means the roof is on for the foreseeable.
Well, yesterday was lovely and sunny and we were like...
With my hair blowing in the wind.
With your hair blowing in the wind.
I was like an Afghan hound.
And today we're confined in this sort of mobile tent.
I thought it looked rather cosy.
Have you got any of your budget left?
Yeah, most of it.
Most of it?
Yeah. My intention is that I can find something fairly spectacular that I can spend most of my budget on today.
Right. What would you consider spectacular?
Well, I don't know. I've no idea, really.
A 19th century frisbee.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a first. Our cheeky chaps have been having a grand old time in Northumberland. Alexei and Tash's antics have led them to spending £140 on 3 items.
We'd like the chair, but we're not paying £85 for it, mate.
Whereas Nigel and James were big spenders, splashing £240 on their 3 items.
You've got an eye, Nigel.
Well, thank you.
Now for a bit of show and tell. What will they think of each other's prized buys?
Hey.
Morning, gents. You feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible, yeah.
Well, oh, right, Alexei, straight into it. Oh, blue is the colour.
Yeah.
Who is the colour? That is a very odd spoon. What is
Yes.
the spoon?
Well, you tell them.
Well, it's really, I just thought, you know, you and Alexei, you love the absurd, and I thought, let's all just drink some absinthe and hallucinate. And
It was surprisingly cheap.
yeah, the truck was 8 times as expensive as the spoon.
Yeah.
Gosh.
£10 for the spoon, 80.
Super collectible.
Really?
For immature men of a certain age.
He's grinning as if to say, you don't have a hope in hell. He's so naughty. Right, go on. Is that a bit of Hokusai then?
This is a Hokusai.
Is it actually Hokusai?
It is an
Just
actual
Hokusai.
Hokusai.
Yeah.
1825.
Fantastic.
It's a genuine wood block from
That's a new
1825.
phone.
We'll call it a fine print. So what did you pay for this?
£200.
200. I mean, it seems fair, doesn't it? The estimate's going to be 1 to 150, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Is that what? Is that what we don't know? And the other item is an empty blue jar.
That's nice.
That's how you would describe that, an empty blue jar.
Yeah.
That's an interesting take on
a cut
blue vase.
glass.
But come
Yeah.
on, brass tacks, how much?
Oh, that was a tenner.
Yeah.
Come on. Actually, gents, do get out of here because we're going to Holy Island and we're going to meet you there. Okay, cheerio!
Well done.
Bye, gents. See you on the island.
And off they go to the mystical island of Lindisfarne, just off the coast of Northumberland. Lindisfarne is linked to the mainland by a causeway that can only be used at low tide. Many travellers have missed time there crossing and got into quite a pickle.
I'd love to know why Lindisfarne is called the Holy Island.
Does it have lots of holes in it?
Go on, Alexei, tell him.
I think it's because there's a monastery on it. There's a monkery.
A monkery?
There's a monkery on it.
Yeah.
Once upon a time it did, with the first monks settling here in 635 AD, led by St Aidan. Lindisfarne became one of the most important sites for Christianity in Britain and a place of pilgrimage, and as such it was a target for Viking raiders. Although the monks and Vikings were very much at odds with each other, they had one thing in common: a love of mead. In fact, some say that the word honeymoon is derived from a Viking tradition of drinking mead every day for the first month of marriage to increase fertility and a chance of happiness in the union. Today, Alexei and Tash are meeting Ian Robinson, a director of Lindisfarne Winery, to learn how this sweet tipple has evolved on the island.
So what's the connection between mead and monks and Lindisfarne, I suppose?
Well, the monks seem to be very good at making alcohol, and mead was one of the drinks they made really well.
It's tough being a monk, I think.
At its simplest, mead is fermented honey and water. Fermentation can occur naturally, but many man-made methods have evolved over the years.
Mead itself goes back into the eons of history. I mean, Chinese pottery has traces of honey.
Yup, in northern China, scientists found traces of a fermented drink of honey, rice and fruit in 9,000-year-old pottery.
Does Lindisfarne mead differ from other meads?
We get in a base wine and then
Right.
we mix it with some spirits and different ingredients depending on the type of mead that we're making.
So you're making the mead?
We're actually making the mead here, and I'd love you to come in and have a little taste.
Oh, I think we absolutely should.
I think we can make a space in our busy schedules. to
Yeah,
do that.
especially seeing as you're not driving today.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Ian, lead the way. A bit of mead.
While they head off to sample the finished product, Nigel and James are finding out how it's made today. They're being given the grand tour by Executive Director Neil Osborne.
Gents, can I introduce you to Shane and Wee Helen?
Hello,
Hi, Shane.
I'm Shane, and this is Wee Helen.
Wee Helen's the tank.
And what's in this tank?
We've got 4,060 litres of original mead in here at the minute. To make our mead, we infuse the honey with the natural grape juice. It does it good to sit for 2 or 3 weeks rather than making it and bottling it straight away. So with all the honey and everything we put in causes sediment in the bottom, so we have to run it through filters.
I see.
Which are set up on the way to the bottling line.
Gents, shall I show you the bottling process?
Oh, yes, please.
Far away. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Shane.
Founded in the 1960s, St Aidan's winery originally produced just the one type of mead, but the company has since diversified, now adding all sorts of flavours to their brews.
OK, so what we do is we take one bottle, we put it onto the nozzle and let it fill up like that.
So it's very clear, isn't it? How much of that would be honey?
About 5%, I think.
And honey's for flavour?
Honey is for flavour and the mouth. It gives you that sort of sweetness and the smoothness.
Smoothness.
I'll then pass it on to Shane here. We'll put the cap on and put it into the capping machine.
Don't be shy, chaps. Get stuck in.
Nigel, what do you like on bottling?
I want to have a go. Just put it in the nozzle.
Lift it up.
Lift it up, and it knows how much.
It knows how
You
much.
don't have to tell it to stop. It knows the exact amount.
You're a natural.
How many bottles do you do a year of this?
About 100,000 a year.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Such confidence, Nigel. Now, the others have made their way to the sampling station, and with Alexei off driving duties, he's free to have a snifter or two.
All right, here we are.
We need mead.
We need,
Ian.
absolutely. We have a need for mead.
Is this a first for you? Have you ever had mead?
I have never had mead before, no.
Where have you been?
Right, we're going to taste it at the exact same time.
All right, adios.
What? OK.
No.
It's stronger than I was expecting. I can taste the honey, though.
Yes.
The honey aftertaste is
Yeah.
real.
Well, thank you very much, Ian, for that.
You're welcome.
We'll reel off into the sunset now.
Yeah.
And with that, they're off. Let's hope the mead wasn't strong enough to muddle their minds. They have cash to splash. And having finished their shift at the bottling plant, the other two have beaten the tide back to the mainland, and thoughts are back to shopping.
How do you think Alexei's going to do with what we've seen?
I wasn't very impressed with his spoon with holes in it. The lorry, the red lorry in the box, it's not an area I know. So he could, for all we know, have chosen a specific and rare lorry.
Bring it out of the bag.
So we don't know.
Tell me about your relationship with Alexei.
Oh, well, me and Alexei go back years, right to 1980.
Wow.
He was the compere of the comedy store, and I was in one of the acts. We split aside to form the comic strip club, and then we did the young ones together. We did the comic strip programs together.
Really?
And in the meantime, our wives became best friends, still are.
So even if you wanted to loosen the ties, you couldn't. You're bound.
Exactly. Yeah.
Our chatty chaps are heading north to the Scottish border to finish their escapade in Berwick-upon-Tweed. It's now in England, but this border town was much fought over, and ownership ping-ponged between the Scots and English for centuries.
This is our last shop.
Yeah.
Let's make it count. Here we are.
Ooh, look at all this.
Hey, lots of goodies, isn't there?
Tons and tons and tons.
How much money have we got, Nigel?
160 quid.
Don't say it.
On lead on.
Yeah.
The last stop of the day is number 1 Wool Market Vintage Department Store, where owner Phil sells an eclectic mix, ranging from furniture and furnishings to vintage clothing.
Oh, that's hideous.
Tell it like it is, why don't you? Oh, something's caught the eye of Braxton.
Wow, what's this? The Braxton weight test. Oh, reassuringly heavy. It has contents. What have we got in here? We've got a canteen of cutlery. Wow, okay. I think Nigel might like this.
Better find him quick, Con.
Look, I found this. It's quite a big box, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, have a look.
Wow.
It's a canteen of cutlery, so it's for 12 place settings.
It seems like a just about full set.
Yeah.
Does look good, but it's only silver plate.
What tarnishes silver? It's the elements, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the great thing about having it boxed. So that's priced at 120.
Yeah.
I think we should think about that, don't you?
Definitely we should think about that. Yeah.
Possibly even strong thinking about that.
So very strong thinking about
Very
that.
strong
I think
thinking.
that actually will sell. I think.
We just don't want it to sell for 30 quid, do we?
No.
That's the risk you take.
Okay. Well, come on, let's
So
keep
we've got to
looking.
get it down.
Let's keep looking.
Yeah.
Whilst the boys have been nosing around, Tash and Alexei have also finally made it to Berwick-upon-Tweed. Last shop, Rojo, is an elegant affair carefully curated by its owners Roland and Jonathan, hence the name.
Lead the way.
These frugal fellows still have £260 left to spend.
No?
Yeah, no. Angels, cherubs, no.
No.
Never.
Not for us.
Not even after a visit to Holy Island?
Tash, what do you think of this? I just think this is the most extraordinary object.
I must be careful because I can see the price, 625.
You can see that opium was freely available in the Victorian era, because I think let me pour you wine out of an insane claret jug. Is this silver?
No, silver plate, even at that price. I think that's just fab and so much fun. For you, it would be perfect. Everyone's expecting something absurd and then it comes out. But it's such a shame it's so expensive.
Yeah, if we'd seen this earlier, perhaps we could have blown our...
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I love the fact it even has not just glass eyes, but there's colour. There's green glass to make the eyes, which is such a nice touch as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it tells you a lot about the society in which it existed.
The Victorians loved to cast iron,
Yeah,
cast metal. They
yeah.
loved it. This is probably as quirky as it got at the dinner table. You do wonder who owned it, don't you?
Yeah.
And you would love to meet them, but then can you imagine how shocked they would be to see it sitting on the shelf, not being used? They'd say, for goodness sake, that should be on the table at the party.
You better move on, chaps, before you get too attached.
Are you a dog lover?
Yeah, I like me a dog.
What about pugs?
Not so much.
No. Do you prefer like a big kind of...
I like a big dog.
If you're going to have a dog, do a dog.
A man has
Yeah.
a big dog.
That's what they say. That's what they say. Because there's a signature, Doris Lindner. Interestingly, I think that's a name I associate with Royal Worcester, which is more equestrian pieces, limited edition pieces, definitely not this style, but that's the name. Quite handily, it's kind of covered in a bit of dust.
Right.
So this might have been here some time.
Right. I mean, she wouldn't have made... This is not a single piece of work, is it? I mean...
You're right. You can see the way
she
she's...
would have made a mould.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can see how she's modelled the clay, the mould's been made, and it's bronzed, and the D is the most important part of that. Bronzed resin, I would say.
Right.
So not the world's finest material.
No.
However, from there, that's bronze.
Yeah, polish that up a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's dusty, but it has the look. The name is good, and people love pugs.
That they do.
Weirdly, the more I hold it, the more I'm falling in love with it. But you?
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's full of life, and also, you know, at the price, it's even what I mean. We can
£60.
We can bargain them down probably, but
we can beg.
Yeah,
we can recreate,
or we can bite them.
Yeah.
Steady on there, Alexei. No need to break out the gnashers.
Am I talking you into it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm talking myself into it. I think
Yeah.
it's really lovely. But do you know what? Although it's not bronze, it is a wee bit heavy. So pop it back down and add it to the list.
Definitely.
Definitely. OK, we're cooking. Absolutely cooking.
Whilst they simmer away, a few streets over, the boys in blue are still ferreting around.
Hey, look, that's quite nice.
What, this?
Yeah.
I would say that's an umbrella stand.
Yeah, it's an umbrella stick stand, isn't it? And you've got the trays there. So these are the drip trays, which are in copper.
Cast iron.
Cast iron.
With the copper in the bottom.
This is interesting. Music. Maybe it was in a theatre or something like that.
It's very, very heavy.
What's the price on it?
Let's have a look. 95 quid. If we could get that down, and we can take the two items. Yeah.
We know you are master of the pause.
Oh, gosh, here we go again.
So, shall we approach Phil?
Let's go.
Go on, let's go and find him.
I hope Phil's ready for those two cheeky chaps.
Ah, here he is. Hello.
Yes, here's our man.
Nigel.
I'm Phil.
Phil, how do you do, Phil? Pleased to meet you. We've been looking at this.
Excellent.
And we also had a look at your wrought iron umbrella stand.
Oh, yeah, it's a beauty, that, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice. That's what we'd like, but what is the best? It says 120 on the label. We're not going to be able to do it.
90?
90 for that would mean...
It means I've got to keep my cat starving for a week to do that price.
Wow. I'm sure they can go out and kill some mice.
Yeah,
I think they should, yeah. We have got exactly left £160.
160.
And that's what we're looking to buy this and the umbrella stand. How does that sound to you?
So, 160, if that's all you've got, then I'd be a fool to let you walk out the shop without spending it.
Yeah, we would be ashamed to walk out the shop without spending it. Great, you're up for it. That's marvellous. We're very happy.
Well, thank you. Really kind.
Yeah.
Blimey, that works out at 90 smackers for the cutlery set and 70 for the umbrella stand, which will be sent on to auction separately. And they've maxed out.
We're away.
And left.
What a successful day.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Good
You were
lot
okay,
shop,
Karen?
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
fine.
Great. Fantastic.
I want to hang on to this. This is our treasure. Treasure.
As long as you'll let it go at the auction, James. Across town, our other shoppers are still rummaging away.
Oh, hey, actually, yesterday
Yeah.
we were looking at a ceiling pendant, the Italian one. I think this is a bit more of a crowd pleaser, actually, if you're still interested in ceiling pendants.
certainly.
Simply because it's plainer, actually. I mean, it could fit in any interior, couldn't it? But it's purporting to be deco, and it looks like it could be of the period, maybe not quite 1930, maybe slightly later. But it's the wrought iron leaves that are making me think of this company called Muller Frere, a Parisian company, and I think it's trying to imitate their style.
It looks deco, even if it's slightly later. It's nice, yeah. I think if we can get a good price, I think I would have that.
It's unpriced, so you never know. It could be a bargain.
I mean, we could try for two figures, but we might be pushing our luck there.
Possibly, yeah. If we can get this with the pug to fit into our what we've got left, the 260 we've got left, then definitely I'll go for this.
OK, but that is all price dependent.
It is.
Yeah, so I think we should speak to Jonathan, make him an offer. Are you going to go Lovejoy, do you reckon?
No, I think I'll be...
You going straight?
I'm going straight.
That'll be a first.
Jonathan, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Could go better, depending on your answer to our proposition.
So you know the pug from across the way?
Yeah.
OK, so that's marked up at 60.
Right.
But the lamp, we notice from it no ticket.
Right, the pug I can do at 30.
Very generous, sir.
The light fitting, the best I can do on that is 120.
£30 for the sculpture seems pretty great to me.
Yeah, that could be our, yeah.
So 150, should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we're all
150.
done?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Thank you. Yes, pleasure doing business with you,
Thank
Chief.
you very much.
So that's £30 for the pug and 120 for the light fitting.
150 notes for you, Governor.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Meaning they've got £110 left over.
Shall we get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
That was great. We really appreciate it. Thank you very
You're
much.
most welcome.
OK. See you
Cool.
again.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
And you two can relax. That's it. Shopping's done and our double act have been reunited.
Everything's been bought, all our money's been spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tights are ripped and our hat is just askew on our head. It's like being on holiday, but with a purpose, isn't it?
And holidays are supposed to be restful. So how about some shut-eye? It's the big day of reckoning for our two comedy legends, and for their auction showdown, we're Bristol bound. Let's hope they're prepared.
It's a day of reckoning, isn't it, really?
So have you done your Tai Chi form this morning?
No, I've done a bit in it's a petrol station. So my earth chi that I've drawn into myself is polluted with
petrol.
With diesel, yeah.
Well, that's one way to fuel yourself up for the challenge ahead. After their jaunt around Northumberland, our funny fellows have made the long journey south to the place affectionately known by the locals as Brizzle. This vibrant city was the site of the first ever bungee jump. And ready to leap into the unknown today are our gallant antiquers at East Bristol Auctions.
You ready for this?
Really excited. Are you pleased with your lots you bought?
Oh, well, ask Alexei.
Yeah,
We might-
interesting stuff.
We might all need a shot of absinthe after it, put it that way.
I've got a corker.
We got a corker.
In charge today is auctioneer Annie Cope Mew. She'll be selling to people in the room, online and on the phones.
Going once and twice with fair warning.
Alexei and Tash spent £290 on their 5 lots. Anything worth shouting about, Annie?
My favourite piece is the absinthe spoon, the sweet little thing. The condition's not great, the marks aren't particularly legible. However, it's a really interesting object, so I can see that having some interest today.
Nigel and James were the trip's big spenders. They spent all £400 of their budget. Any hot lots?
So out of these 5, my personal favourite is the Coalbrookdale style umbrella stand. It's got those really classic architectural elements, some good lettering to the top which kind of sets it apart.
Sounds good. What's less good is that Nigel is a lot down. Sadly, his blue glass vase didn't make the journey in one piece. The auctioneer has valued that at between £10 and £20, so he'll receive the mid-price for it, £15 for his trouble. Right, time to put these stars under the spotlight. Oh, and the antiques too.
Here we go. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Alexei's absinthe spoon is first. Bottoms up, everyone.
Is it like eating the worm in tequila?
Something like that.
Like that, yeah.
You sound very familiar with that, James.
I've never eaten a worm, apart from obviously when I was a child.
In the Prescott pattern, somebody started me at £20 bid here. 20 is bid straight in, and it's going back home to France. 22 is bid, now where is 5?
They're away.
Oh,
double
my God.
money.
That's great.
Come on.
I'm genuinely excited.
At £22, do I see 5 elsewhere on the absinthe spoon? Otherwise, I sell at £22, going once, going twice with the fairest of warnings.
So we'll take it.
Yeah,
Fairest of
I'm
hammer
genuinely.
prices.
That's very good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a bad start, chaps. I imagine Nigel is green with envy.
I thought that I was dead inside, but in fact, I feel...
Did something stir?
Something stirred, definitely.
Excellent, excellent.
Now, will Nigel's garden ornament hunt down the bids?
It's a big garden lion, sort of covered in moss.
Oh, nice.
It's a sergeant,
Sergeant, right.
which means, evidently, alert.
Yeah. Look at the majesty of it.
Very sage, very sage.
Start me here at £80 around this one.
Go on.
You like, start me 50 then, £50 to start.
Why do they start so high?
£50, 50 is bid, 55 is bid, now where is 60 now? At £55 looking for 60 only now.
Yes.
Yes, go.
At £55 I can sell, going once, going twice with fair warning.
55 profit.
Fantastic. That's a roaring success.
Nearly double our money, Nigel.
Yeah.
The worm has turned.
Now, will people cast their bids for Alexei's iron light fitting?
Bit of French Art Deco. It's not the finest example.
I will come and install it. Maybe I could offer that to the...
Lighting. We all need lighting, don't we?
Exactly. Light up your life.
Is this your light?
Electrolia there, start the bidding for me at £50 bid.
Go on, 50. Yes.
I've got 55, 60 bid.
Come on.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
At 75, 80 now we're up to, where is 85, 85, come back 90 now.
Come on.
Come on.
Internet, would you like 90?
Don't stall. Come on, internet.
At £85 we can sell, going once.
Keep going.
Going twice.
Oh no, going 5 times.
Fair warning.
Oh.
Oh dear, that's a red light from the bidders on that one.
Is the winner the one who loses the least then?
Yes, bear that in mind.
I think that's us.
A bit more confidence, please. Will Nigel's cutlery be the silver bullet he needs?
I saw that very nice oak. That nice
The box is lovely, and it's 2 layers, and there's a lot of it. Oh, here it is.
That's a handsome box.
William Page, start me at 30 then, £30 to start here, any interest?
Oh, no.
At £30 bid. I'll go to £10 on this one, where is the bid?
Oh, I want to buy it.
Bid, 10, 20 is bid, 22 now I have looking for 5, 10, 25. 2 is bid now, where is 5? At £25 bid, looking for 8 only, and we will sell at £25. 25.
That's so cheap.
Oh, no.
I'm sure there's a silver lining there somewhere.
Things are going very badly for Nigel.
Very supportive there, Alexei. Hopefully bidders won't sit on the fence for your chair.
It's the exact same colour, that unusual colour, kind of citron of the car.
The car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a moment of madness.
As long as it's not a single figure.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Start me here at £50 bid, any interest at £50.
Go on.
30 to start here. £30 away, £30 is bid, we're straight in. At £30, do I see 5 in or out?
Oh, we're close. We're close.
At £30 bid, looking for 5. 5 I have now, come back 40 now. At £40 bid, do I looking for 5?
Come on, world. Come on, world.
And selling at £40 bid.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
You're hardly sitting pretty, though, Tash.
I can live with that.
As losses go.
A smaller loss than we just
Considerably
made.
smaller loss than Nigel made. Yeah, I agree.
Let's see if it's raining bids for the umbrella stand.
What attracted you to the umbrella stand?
He was more attracted to it than I was.
Don't blame it all on
I'm
me,
blaming it
Nigel.
on him.
Ouch! What's happened to teamwork, Nigel?
Right. Oh, it's very handsome. That's a handsome tree.
Somebody start me at £60 around this one. £60 to start.
Oh.
Any interest? 75, 60, 75 we're up to. Looking for 80 now.
Keep going.
At £75, looking for 80, and we can sell. Going once. Going twice with the fairest of warnings.
Fairest of warnings.
A fiver profit is better than nothing.
Huge profit.
Yeah.
8%, I'd say.
Wowza, giant. Now, will Alexei's next item drive the bidders wild?
What have you got coming up next?
We've got a little a toy truck that we bought, as it were, collectible.
With the box.
The box.
Along with the box, I
Minter
remember.
box.
It's play-worn.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Start the bidding for me here at £90 bids. Any interest at £90?
Go on.
Any interest at £90 bids. Start me at 70 then. £70 to start here.
Oh no, we're dying here.
Start me at £30 bid. Any interest at £30?
Oh no.
That's a dagger to the heart.
It's 30 is bid, looking for 5 I have now. 35 I have seated. 40.
People in the room, people in the room, people in the room.
At £45 bid seated. 50, would you like 5, sir? At £55 bid 60, would you like 5, sir? It's a shake of the head at 5, are you sure?
Oh, go on, sir, go on, sir.
No interest in a shake of the head. At £60 we can sell to you, internet at 60, once, twice, fair. What? 65 just in time there. At £65 we have, and the internet seems like you've scared them off, sir. We're at £65 bid, and we are selling.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Oh, well, keep on trucking, gents.
Yeah, you're over trucks, aren't you? Yeah.
I'm now.
You're now over truck.
I'm full of bitterness.
That's the death knell.
Next, it's Nigel's big gamble, the Hokusai print, by far the most expensive item on the trip.
He did 36 views of Mount Fuji. That was his famous series, yeah.
And this is undoubtedly the best
This is one of them.
Surely the world understands the importance of this print.
Of a Hokusai.
Exactly.
Here it is.
It's a name, isn't it? It's a name.
Start me at £200 here.
Go on.
It's a wood block print.
This one, great decorative piece. Fantastic artist. Start me at £100 then. 100 to start here. 100.
He's laughing.
It's going to climb.
100 is bid straight in. Where is 110? 110 I have now, looking for 120 now.
Yes, they're climbing. They're climbing.
120, 130, come back 140 now.
140, here we are.
Let's have £130 and we can sell.
Cheap.
Going twice. With fair warning.
Oh my God.
Oh, dear. But at least some lucky bidder got a bargain.
Oh, Nigel, I am so sorry.
60 quid is not a small one.
Do you feel like melted snow?
Yes.
Or yellow snow?
Yes.
Last lot, let's see if this pug can nose out some bids.
That looks rather nice, the pug. That is the downward dog, isn't it?
It's the downward dog.
How sweet is he? Somebody take him home. At 40.
Go on, 40.
At 45 bid, looking for 50 now.
Well done.
Yeah, come on.
Do I see 50 now? At £45 bid, looking for 50 elsewhere. Where can we get to? Are we selling at 45?
Oh,
They got a magic touch.
Fair warning. £45.
Yeah.
Well done.
Profit.
Not to be sniffed at.
Celebratory
Well done.
dog.
Yeah.
That's good. Yes.
Pug doing yoga.
Exactly.
Really nice, didn't it? I'd forgotten. It looked really like a nice little thing. I would have had that.
Right, we're all sold up. Should we go and do the maths?
Shall we go and do the maths?
Let's do the maths. Come on. Come on. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Well, it was a close one. Losses and gains on both sides, but the final scores are in. It was a disappointing day for our big spenders, Nigel and James. After auction fees, they finish on a loss of £178.40. So, it's Alexei and Tash that come out on top today. Although they also lost money. With sale room costs taken into account, their loss was only £101.60. So, congratulations, you two.
Hey, we did it.
Yes.
We did it. Hey.
High five.
And millions said we wouldn't, but we did it.
Yes,
we did it.
Yeah, they said we couldn't do it.
How are
we
you feeling,
proved them
Nigel?
wrong.
How did you do last time, Nigel? Did you win or lose?
You lost.
I lost last time.
Okay.
I'll need to appear a third time. Third time lucky.
Okay.
Well, should we wave you off then, gents?
Go on.
Come on, you.
Done.
Bye.
Right,
Come on.
cheerio. Bye.
Well, that was a turn-up for the book. Who'd have thought I would win?
Who would have thought that?
I lacked confidence to be frank with you now.
Okay, you won. I concede it. But I'm sore. I feel like you won it on penalties.
Ah, well, Nigel, you'll have to give it another go. Third time's the charm, eh?